right, students, today we are on 6.4. Chances are we skipped 6.3. So we're going to define three specific quadrilaterals, and we're going to talk about some unique aspects of those quadrilaterals and how we can use them to solve equations. First off, we have a rhombus. A rhombus is a quadrilateral with four congruent sides. A rhombus is a quadrilateral with four congruent sides. So let's check out. Say that I'm just going to label them all equal so that you know that it's a rhombus. One thing to know about a rhombus is that its diagonals. I'll list a couple of characteristics of these different quadrilaterals. The thing about a rhombus is its diagonals are perpendicular. So diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. The diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. And the other thing that we know is that the diagonals bisect the angles in the vertex. So what that means is that this is equal to this. And in a rhombus opposite, so it's a quadrilateral, and it also, because the four sides, it's a quadrilateral, but it's a parallelogram. I'm sorry, I should have been a little bit more specific. It's a parallelogram with four congruent sides. So since this bisects this side and opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal, these two are the exact same as these two. Okay? And then these two are the exact same as these two. So the diagonals cross at a perpendicular, and diagonals bisect the opposite angles. All right, so there you go. Rhombus has four congruent sides, the diagonals are perpendicular, and the diagonals bisect the angles. All right, rectangle. What you need about unique about a rectangle? It's a parallelogram with four right angles. So a rectangle is a parallelogram with four right angles. And the thing we know about a rectangle is that the diagonals are congruent. So if we have a rectangle, and we put in our diagonals, we know that AC equals BD. AC equals BD. All right. Then let's do a square. A square is a parallelogram with 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. So a square is a rhombus with right angles. A square is a rhombus with right angles. All right. That's what you're going to need to know in order to answer your homework questions. So let's check this out. Rhombus. So let's just draw a rhombus. Rhombus has 4 equal sides. And then when we label them, doesn't matter where you start, but you have to label them in order. So my M has to go next to my N has to go next to my O has to go next to my P, and my P is next to my M. So you have to go in order. It can go this way or it can go this way. It just has to go in order. Decide whether the statement MO is congruent with NP. MO, so is MO congruent with NP? Always? Or sometimes true? Well, it's definitely not true here, but it would be true in a square. It would be true in a square. Actually, it would be the diagonals there. Diagonals would be equal. So, as a matter of fact, it is sometimes true. All right, let's give it a go. Always draw them out and see what you can get. And exercise 3 through 5. The diagonals of rhombus ABCD intersect at E, given BCA is 44. So this is something you need to practice. BCA, the measure of angle BCA. So I'm going to put my pin on B, and I'm going to go to B. I'm going to go BCA. BCA. So it is just talking about this angle right here. Okay, that's what I just outlined. B to C to A. So you need to make sure that you understand how to recognize where an angle is. AB equals 9, that's already labeled, and AE equals 7. Find the indicated measures. What is BC? Well, this is a rhombus. What is the definition of a rhombus? A parallelogram with 4 congruent sides. So that means that all sides are congruent. So if AB is 9, then BC is going to equal 9. All right. There you go. Give it a go. You can do one more. Let's do it here. The diagonals of the square. So this is a square. So we know that this equals this equals this equals this. LMNP. Oops. Sorry. So what I just labeled was this equals this equals this equals this. They intersect at K. Given MK equals 1, find the indicated measure PK. I'm sorry, equals 1/2. Well, PK would also equal 1/2. The diagonals of a square bisect each other. So that would be 1/2. All right, finish up with your homework. See how you do. If you have any questions, let me know, and have fun.